Hey everybody, I want to show you a project I've been working on. I took a little time off, actually a lot of time off, to focus on my day job and work on my PhD in artificial intelligence. And so here is my shop. I call it the winter shop, but basically everything's in here, so it's my summer shop now as well. And you know, it's really a 10 by 14 space. This is right about, 8 or so, and I put in a doorway here. Got a door over there that leads into the hallway, but I cut this frame out so that I could put 8-foot 2x4s through here, right? So I kind of took a couple of different design ideas from different people on YouTube. I'm going to have my table saw right in here. Then I'm going to have the router table insert there. I'm going to have my miter saw that's going to fold up and down right in here. I'm going to come down, probably do some sort of a hinge system right in here and pop it up, put some bolts and toggle bolts and such. And this here will be where my saw outfeed can come on out here. Obviously, when I put this down, be able to have some outfeed here as well. I'm thinking also my shop vac will go right in here, down in this area here, so it goes directly to the table saw. Or I can do that over here in this space down here, to be determined. But I did decide not to use a cross member here, so that I could just wheel the thing right in there. But easy fix, I can take that out. It's just pocket hole screws. So this will be kind of an assembly area. I'm going to put in some bench dogs, do some of that stuff. But here is the big area here. Right now I got my miter saw in there. But this is going to be my Shapeoko CNC Router table section. I have the stretchers going down 50. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that it's a 40 by 50 workspace. So I'm going to put the Shapeoko over here, giving me about, give or take, right in here, just a little bit more space. So I'm going to have this going almost right down through here, all the way down, as some space as I need it for my 2x4s and such from the miter saw coming in here. So that's the plan. We'll see where it goes for fruition there. As well, but my Shapeoko CNC router that I bought last April and has not been unboxed yet. Shame on me. Like I said, I took some time off, focus on some other things. But now I decided, instead of all these little shop carts, all these little things, I'm going to have a dedicated space with an onboard outfeed table, miter saw integrated, T-track system, T-track over here, router table right there, CNC router right there. And we'll go from there. Now what's really cool is my wife gave me permission to take out that closet there and put in some mobile tool carts, such as for my bandsaw as well. I would love to get my jointer on here, and I'd love to get a planer on here, but quite honestly, I don't think that's going to happen unless I decide to do a flip tool situation here with the planer. Maybe I can do the planer here, or somehow do the jointer and do a flip situation right in here, but then I lose that opportunity to have an assembly area over here. So, and again over here as well, because when I flip it over, it'll have an assembly area. So I would have, gosh, I don't know the measurements off the top of my head here, but I'd have a lot of the space in here. So, word of the day is Akita. So, this is a 5 by 10, so it is bigger than your 4 by 8, and that was by design because I figured, you know what, that'll be ample space, that'll be good space for me. Yes, it would be a lot easier to build a 4 by 8, but I knew that I wanted this thing on there. I wanted the CNC router section integrated on there, and I wanted my table saw over here, miter saw here. So I just decided, you know what, I need that extra 2 feet on the end, and then 1 foot wide will give me some opportunity over here. Otherwise, my CNC router would just butt up against everything, and then I could not have a miter saw here. So I wouldn't be able to do the miter saw. And that would defeat the purpose of having a condensed workspace that's cleverly built for me. So, yeah, and it's, so I did 26, and what are some of my measurements here? 26 legs. Ideally it was going to be 26 and a quarter, but I thought it'd be easier to just do 26 for simple math, things like that. So I've got some information here. These are all 4x4 construction, as well. Just a little bit of math. It's going to get to about 34 tall when all is said and done. And I calculated that basically off of where my wrists are on this thing. So just using that as a measurement and a guide. So there you go. There's a look at it. And before long, we'll be back to making some of these flags. I'll be back to making some of the swords. If you saw my shop earlier, I took down the drying rack over there because I think I have some space over here by my borer rack to work on those kinds of things. And clean some things up. I got a lot of space here to actually do a power tool storage area right in here, or a proper clamp rack. See what I can do with this over here as well. And now that this can get opened up too, maybe I can do some stuff inside the closet to get some stuff out as well. So just a quick, well, not a quick update, this is a long video, but just wanted to say where I'm at, what I'm doing, and I'm kind of back. Kind of getting into the groove again of doing this stuff. So maybe you want to call me the winter workshop person, warrior, etc. Because it seems like I do most of my projects in the winter. But there's a sword up there that I had made. Can't really see it up there, but it's one of my first swords. I did really well with it. So a standard ninja sword, and hope to do more in the future. So stay tuned, subscribe, give the thumbs up if you want me to keep going, and give me the thumbs down if you want me to keep going.